All right, Unit 8, Topic 2. I definitely have that written down at the top of your paper or wherever you're writing today. Your quiz is on Friday. It has both Topic 1 and Topic 2 on it. Those are the two things on your quiz Friday. Okay? Friday, January 22nd. So some of these we have done and some of them are new. Doesn't matter what the equation looks like, your transformations are the same. So number 1, this one's number 1. First of all, does anybody know what type of graph that is? What type of graph has the straight lines? What's it called? Absolute value, very good, okay? All those straight lines tell me is that this is an absolute value graph. They have nothing to do with transformations. It's just telling you what your graph's going to look like. What does the 2 on the outside mean? Vertical stretch. How did you know it was a stretch? It's bigger than 1. Very good. Vertical stretch by 2. This plus 4 is located inside. What does it mean?
Opposite.
It does mean opposite. So what am I going to write? Left 4. I hope more than just 2 people know this. What does the minus 3 on the outside mean? Down 3. Very good. Questions about number 1? Good. Let's go to number 2. This one down here. What type of graph is that? It has this little bitty squared. What does this little bitty square tell me? It's a quadratic. Does that squared have anything to do with transformations? No. All it does is tell me my graph's going to be shaped like the letter U. Okay? What is the very first transformation I see in this equation? The negative. It reflects. What does it reflect? The x-axis. Very good. What does that 1/3 mean? Is it vertical or horizontal? Vertical what? Compressed by 1/3. Very good. Outside's exactly what it looks like. A minus 2 on the inside means I'm moving. And a plus 6 on the outside means up 6. Very good. Questions on number 2? We're moving fast because this should be ingrained in that noggin. All right, number 3. Do you know what type of graph this is? A square root. It has a square root. This right here just tells me it's a square root graph. Okay? Y'all, nothing is different. Inside is opposite, just like the other ones. So let's start with this 2. Is that 2 inside or outside? It is inside my square root. Okay? Like over here, it was inside my absolute value. Here, it's inside what is squared. So up here, it's everything inside my square root. So is that square root inside or outside? That 2. It's inside. So is it horizontal or vertical? Horizontal. Is it stretch or compress? It's a compress by how much? By 1/2. Very good. That minus 1, is it inside or outside? Inside. So what does it mean? Right 1. And what does the plus 4 on the outside mean? Up 4. Very good. Okay. So let's do the last one. Square root of negative x minus 8. So is this negative inside or outside? Inside. So what does it mean it's going to do? Reflects the y-axis. Very good. Minus 8, is that inside or outside? Outside, so it is doing what? Down 8. Here's an easy way you can also do it. Do you see where your square root is? If you kind of make it like a box, that's inside, okay? So if you make your square root into a box, everything in that box is inside the radical, okay? All right, we're going to do 2 problems going backwards, and then you're on your own today. So, what if I ask you to make me a square root function that has the following transformations? A vertical stretch by 4/3. It moved left 1, and it reflects the x-axis. Just like every other time we've done this, it'd be very wise if you started with your skeleton. This time my skeleton is just a square root. So take about 20 seconds. See if you can create that equation for me, please. Start wherever the easiest is for you. Whichever one of those functions or transformations, excuse me, is the easiest, start with that one and put it in your skeleton. All right, if I have a vertical stretch by 4/3, is it inside or outside? Outside. Is it 4/3 or 3/4? It stays 4/3 because it's outside. It does not change. So 4/3. So check, did that one. Left 1, where does that go? Inside. What's it going to say? X plus 1. You have to have an X inside. If you don't have an X, then it's not an equation. It doesn't work. Okay? Reflects the x-axis. The minute I see that word reflects, I should be thinking negative side. X-axis, does it go inside or outside? Outside. Very good. So there goes my negative. If you do not have this y equals, you will get points taken off. It's an equation. It has to say y equals. Okay? All right, last one. Ready? And then we're done with our notes. I'm going to tell you a horizontal compress by 1/2, up 3, right 1, and reflects the y-axis. So just like last time, make yourself a nice pretty skeleton and see if you can write it in there. About 10 more seconds. If you don't have that skeleton drawn on your paper, I think you're crazy. All right, what transformation on here do you think is the very easiest one to put on this equation? I think the up is the easiest to put on there, right? Where does up 3 go? Outside, y'all. Make sure it's outside. It can't be inside and outside, okay? Right 1, how do I write right 1? What did you say? X minus 1 in the inside. X minus 1, very good. Horizontal compress by 1/2, inside or outside? Inside, 1/2 or 2? 2, very good. And that reflects the y-axis. The minute I see reflect, I think negative, and where does it have to go? Inside or outside? Inside. I kind of ran out of room, huh? My skeleton wasn't big enough. Is that a good answer? What's wrong with it? I gotta have parentheses, because if I move left or right, I gotta have those parentheses in there, okay? That is a good answer. Are there questions? Today we're gonna practice this. Tomorrow, we are going to do the graphing part, okay? So if you are physically in my classroom, there is a paper at your desk. Do not write on it. Write in your spiral, please. Okay? Answer key has the purple or the pink squiggles at the top. If you are not in my classroom, you need to be on Schoology, Unit 8, Topic 2, and under the practice folder, there are 2 worksheets we are working on today. The one that has the number 1 and the number 3. Do not do number 2 today, okay? If anybody would like to go to small group, please send me a message in Zoom. And if you're not in Zoom, then you may just get up and go with Mr. Mattel if you'd like to go to small group. So if anybody would like to go to small group, send me a message on Zoom real quick and I will get you in there. Don't forget, your quiz is Friday.